So this is what the forecast is looking like if you are going to Arlington. Well, temperatures are going to start out in the upper 70s in the morning. I think we're going to start out dry under partly cloudy skies, and we're going to stay that way for a few hours. But by 2 o'clock, as temperatures climb into the upper 80s, we will at least have a chance of rain, but the coverage stays very low during that time. We only have a 10%, and that's when kickoff is. By 4 o'clock, temperatures will still be in the upper 80s, but the coverage goes up to 20%. That does not mean that we're expecting a whole lot of rain by any means. In fact, it kind of means that most of North Texas would be dry during that time. We just can't rule out isolated showers and storms here and there. Today, we certainly had some rain. In fact, we ended up with 1.29 at DFW, which is a record daily rainfall for DFW for today. Temperature did make it to 90 degrees when the normal high is 95, the record 107. This is our DBU camera. We still have a lot of clouds out there right now with temperatures dropping down into the upper 80s for many of us. We're at 86 degrees right now in McKinney, 82 in Greenville, where we have had some rain in the past hour or so. Temperatures have only made it into the mid 70s just to our north. The Metroplex dry right now, but you can see all the rain and storms have been basically cyclonically moving around the Metroplex, keeping us nice and dry, but the rain to our north still producing a few lightning strikes here and there. It looks like the storm just around Gainesville is kind of falling apart as it makes its way off to the west, but we still have some storms south and west of Jacksboro that do have some heavy rain and a little bit of lightning. I'm looking at our timecast at 6 o'clock this evening, and it still keeps DFW dry with some showers and isolated storms kind of circling around us. Overnight tonight, that coverage becomes even lower. I think it's going to stay at about 10%. It looks like the higher chances are going to stay out to the west. Tomorrow morning, we're going to start out under partly cloudy skies with a 10% coverage of rain, but I think mainly outside of the Metroplex, more so to our south. Late tomorrow afternoon, now we're going to start to add those rain chances. They start to increase a little bit more, 10 to eventually 20% after about 3, 4 o'clock. Now we're looking at a 30% coverage of rain and storms, maybe a couple of lightning strikes here and there, but certainly nothing widespread, and we're not expecting any severe weather. Tomorrow evening at about 7 o'clock, you can see a couple of showers in the northern parts of the Metroplex with the higher coverage just off to the north and east, and then tomorrow night it looks pretty quiet again. So we're keeping the rain chances around for the next few days at about 30% coverage, going down to a 10% on Friday, but we do get rid of those rain chances just in time for the weekend. What that means is, with the rain chances lingering, temperatures stay a little bit below normal, but by the weekend as we start to go up, there's still going to be a couple of degrees below normal, but it will be a little bit warmer. So for tonight, an isolated shower storm is still possible, but about a 10% coverage. You can kind of see over downtown Dallas, some of the clouds are looking a little bit darker, so we just can't rule out an isolated shower. Temperature dropping down to 73 degrees tomorrow morning, but tomorrow afternoon, some scattered rain and thunderstorms are possible, more so after about 3 or 4 o'clock with a 30% coverage. 14-day forecast showing we're keeping the chance of rain in the forecast all the way through the end of the week. By Friday, though, coverage looks very low. This weekend looks dry, so if you have any outdoor plans, honestly, it looks perfect, especially when we're talking about mid-July in North Texas. You might want to take advantage because the second half of that 14-day looks very Texas-like. It looks pretty dry, and it looks very hot with almost every day around 100 degrees.